guys, thanks for tuning in. It is day 8 and the pose is handstand. The infamous handstand. It's something that many of us want to bring into our practices, but it's just so dang intimidating. So today I'm going to give you a series of different drills, exercises, and strength movements that you can do to help you baby step your way up to handstand. So if you have a yoga mat, lay your yoga mat down. You can take use of blocks, but if you don't have them, no worries. And situate yourself next to a wall. This wall is going to be our best friend for our inversion journey. So, let's come to sitting. Finding yourself in the center of your mat, grip the back of your knees. As you inhale, open the heart, lift the chin, look at the ceiling. Exhale, chin to chest, round the back, spread the shoulder blades. Inhale, sitting cow pose, lifting your gaze, opening the front of your body. Exhale, chin to chest, sitting cat pose. Flow through your inhales and your exhales, moving at your own pace. Feeling your spine activate, gently shifting in your heart and your shoulders, tucking your tailbone under. Lift both of your feet up now to high boat. Spread your collarbones wide. Face your palms towards the ceiling and think of leaning back. Very slowly allow the feet and the head to travel away from each other, keeping your pelvis tucked, your belly drawing towards the mat. Lengthen through your legs. Don't let your heels touch the ground, especially if you got a booty. Those feet should be hovering. Keeping the arch out of the low back. Inhale, start to rise the hands overhead. Reach, 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 and then lower down with control, nice and slow. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, scoop the knees up into the chest and turn your head from side to side. Maybe it feels good to hold your head to one side as you shift in your hips and your low back. Make sure you do this to both directions. All the while breathing deeply, connecting with your body. Lengthen through your spine and situate yourself so that your back feels comfortable and flat against the floor. Let's take a moment to lengthen through our necks. Imagine that someone is pulling the base of your skull. You can quite literally pull the base of your skull towards the top of your mat. And think of drawing your chin down towards your chest, anchoring the belly button down, flattening the spine. Engage your lower abdominals and lift both of your feet towards the ceiling. Press your palms down, plow pose, rolling the toes overhead, lifting the hips up. Try not to look side to side in this position, just listen to my voice. Walk your shoulder blades closer together. You can grab wrists or interlace fingers to assist the chest in opening more. As you lengthen through the back of your neck, imagine that there's space for an egg between your chin and your chest. Option to interlace the fingers and press the hands down into the floor. We can take a shoulder stand variation, bringing our feet up, pressing our hips open as we squeeze the glutes and lengthen towards the ceiling. Maybe you decide to support your low back with your hands. Once again, the entire time we're focusing on keeping that space for an egg between our chin and our chest. When you're ready, press your palms into the ground and start to roll down 1 inch at a time. Slowly lowering your tail all the way down to the floor. Take a moment to bring your hands behind your head and adjust so that you feel grounded and symmetrical, laying flat on your back, legs and tabletop. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, curl the nose towards the knees. Inhale, open. We'll go through a total of 10 of these curls. You can tap the toes to the ground and the elbows out to the side. And we're really just curling the tailbone up, curling the chin to the chest, feeling the abdominals contract and press towards one another. Make sure you're incorporating your breath with this movement. And maybe you add one extra for good luck. When you're done, we can bring our palms down towards the side. Press into your feet, lift your hips up, and let's open our chest a little further, interlacing the fingers, spreading the collarbones, pressing through all 10 toes, open the hips. You can walk your shoulder blades closer together, then bring your hands up and lower down. Walk your feet a little bit further from your sit bones if you need to, and start to go through our hip bridges, lifting and lowering down. We'll do this a total of 10 times. Feel free to pause the video if you need. Instead of squeezing your glutes and reaching your hips straight towards the ceiling, think of reaching your knees forward over the big toes, activating your inner thighs and hamstrings. Bring mindfulness into the engagement in the legs, the grip in the feet, and the energy reaching from the kneecaps forward towards the wall in front of you. As you inhale, take your arms overhead, and as you exhale, we can lower the feet down, lowering the hands down. Coming into an activating core movement to work on compression related to inversions. Bring your feet up to the sky, with your right leg compressing into your belly and your left leg lowering to the ground. Tuck your pelvis, curl your tailbone, and inhale, arms overhead. As you exhale, curl the tailbone to tuck a little deeper, and you can roll out your ankles here. Really pulling that right leg close to the body, curling, compressing, pressing that right thigh into the belly. On your next exhale, knee to nose, tuck in a tight ball. Inhale, arms overhead, feet high, other side. Bring your left leg in to compress towards the belly, right leg extending long. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, curl a little deeper. Feel that left leg pulling in, inhale. Exhale, scoop the knees into the chest, knee to nose, compress tight. Let's repeat one more time each side. Inhale, right leg to chest, left leg out. Exhale, curl the tailbone, scoop it in. Inhale, hold, reach through your limbs. Exhale, tuck into a nice tight ball. Inhale, reaching long, other side, left leg in, right leg out. Exhale, curl the tailbone under, bringing the upper thigh towards the lower belly. Inhale, long, reach through your limbs. Exhale, tuck into a tight ball, forehead to knees. Inhale, arms up overhead. Scoop the tailbone up and rock yourself all the way forward to a forward fold standing. You can scoot yourself back to the center of your mat. Take a moment to make any adjustments that you need. Maybe shaking your head out, maybe shifting from side to side in your hips. Don't mind my OCD, I have to have a clean mat at all times. Let's gently stretch our wrists here, turning the top of our hands down, shaking our head no, maybe even stepping the ball of the foot onto the palm of the hand, wiggling in your hips, just getting comfortable in this fold. On your next inhale, lead with the forehead, start to come up to standing all the way. As you exhale, palms together, thumbs reach down between the shoulder blades. Inhale, reaching up through the palms, pressing together. And exhale, hands to heart center. Start to roll your neck out, loosening up your shoulder to neck connection. Let's do 2 circles to each direction. Taking your time, starting to lower your hands when you're done and make some shoulder circles here, forward and backwards. And be loosey-goosey with it. Really, handstands require us to have a deeper level of connection with our spine, with our core. Start to allow these circles to turn into more of a chugging movement that gets bigger and takes you all the way down to forward fold. Step back into downward facing dog. We're going to play with our hamstring flexibility. So as you inhale, lift up onto your tippy toes. As you exhale, bend your knees, look at your hands, take a big step or hop to your forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, long spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to down dog. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees, really reach your tail, take a big step or hop forward. Settle in. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into downward facing dog. We're going to do this 3 more times. Inhaling, tippy toes. Exhale, spring loaded and hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, forward fold, step back to downward facing dog. Last one, inhale up, tippy toes. Exhale, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into downward facing dog. Opening up those hamstrings a little more. Inhale, left leg floats up, 3-legged dog. Really lift that left heel as much as you can. Soften in your right knee a little bit. Inhale, look forward. On your next exhale, let's bring our left knee towards our nose, leaning forward, rounding the spine, curling in our core. Inhale, kick back, 3-legged dog, big stretch in that right leg. Exhale, left knee to nose, lean forward, round. Inhale, kick back, 3-legged dog, big stretch. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog, look forward. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog, look forward. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lower the knee, tap the ground. Exhale, back, knee to nose. Lower back to down dog and walk your hands towards your feet at the back of your mat. Take a second to just release and lift up through a straight spine. Hook your peace fingers around your big toes. Find a nice relaxing forward fold. Use your arms to pull your body towards your legs. Rest your hands and wrists. Elbows can come out to the side. Strengthening that hamstring pull, that forward fold. Compressing, compressing, compressing. Inhale, lead with a long spine, halfway lift. Exhale, taking it back out to downward facing dog. Let's do the other side. Inhale, right leg floats up, 3-legged dog. Really feel your flexibility here. Bend that left knee, open up that right leg a little bit more. On your next inhale, start to look forward. Exhale, right knee to nose, curl the spine. Inhale, kick back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to nose, round the spine. Inhale, kick back, look forward. Exhale, lean forward, knee to nose. Inhale, really feel the stretch in your left hamstring here. Exhale, lean forward, feel your hands activate. Go through this 2 more times. Lower the knee down to the floor. Exhale, bring your knee back to your nose and return to your downward facing dog. Walk your hands back in towards your feet. Find a forward fold and roll your wrists out. Lift up halfway on an inhale and exhale, melt, forward fold. Plant your right hand down, bend your right knee, and reach your left hand towards the sky. Start to roll out your left hand and roll out your neck. You can bend and straighten in that right knee if that feels good. Let's switch sides, hands to the middle, left hand down, left leg bent. Roll through your neck as you roll out your right wrist. Option to bend and straighten through the left side. Dance in a little bit, flow into the music. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Coming all the way up on an inhale. You can feel the beat of the music. Channel your inner dork. Be silly. What I'm really doing here is stalling, killing some time. You'll notice as you train handstands that your hands and your shoulders only have so much endurance at first, and you're gonna have to really take breaks. Oh God. You're gonna have to take breaks in between, so have fun with it. Don't get distracted and forget to come back. Your body can do a lot when you give it time to rest and recover. So stretch your wrists, have a dance party, grab a drink of water, be silly, walk in circles, whatever it is that you need to do to alleviate any strain going on in the joints. And then when you're ready, you can come back to your handstand drills. Now, these drills I'm going to show next are a little bit more challenging, so please take it at your own pace. And remember, keep your arms pushing the floor away. Keep the arms straight. Let's play with some momentum, reaching the hands down, practicing kicking up and lowering down. Notice I have one leg in front of the other, playing with a lunge type position. And I'll do this about 10 times. I think here in the video I do it 9, but you get the idea. Having the wall behind you is a buffer so that you don't flip over. And really pushing the floor away, trying to make a straight line with the body, kicking and kicking with the left followed by the right leg. My favorite leg in front is the right, so that's the one I'm using here. If your favorite leg is the left, then please, by all means, do you. If you're able to kick all the way over and get your feet to the wall, we can bring one foot to reach towards the ceiling and the other foot to bend and support the body weight. Lengthen through your low back, look forward with your eyes, and push the shoulders long. Practice stacking your weight and see if you can find a balance. If you can't, that's okay. Let's switch our mat around now, changing it to be perpendicular with the wall. Reach your hands way out in front of you of the body and walk your feet up. Let's practice pushing through our shoulders independently, walking our hands in and holding, pressing the body up against the wall. Think of pressing your belly button, your hip bones, your ribs, your chin, your knees, the tops of your feet, everything, pushing. When you're ready, tuck your toes under and walk yourself out as far as you comfortably can. And then repeat, walking yourself back. Don't mind me turning the lights off. And once again, chin tucks in, belly button, hips, legs, press into the wall, pushing the floor away. It's really important that you keep your elbows straight and that you do not buckle, that your fingers stay super, super active. When you're ready, we can walk it out, bringing our feet all the way down to the floor and resting our forehead against the mat, taking a child's pose. Breathe. Like I said, recovery is important between these exercises. When you're ready, we can come into that same position we started in before, but we want to measure our legs distance from the wall. To find what you're watching me do here is an L handstand. So try to pull your ribs towards your spine, your belly button towards your spine. Straighten the arms, tuck the chin, lift the tail. If you're able to compress one leg towards your belly, try to find a moment of weightlessness before the feet slide off the wall and you drop. Do this on both sides. Pay attention to what leg you do. Once again, the measurement for where the hands go here is your leg's length. So you can stand with your back against the wall and kick your foot out in front at 90 degrees and kind of gauge where that would be down on the ground. And that's where you'll put your hands. I'm aiming to hold for at least 10 seconds before trying to have a moment of pressing and weightlessness. And then I'm finding a nice forward fold, resting. This takes a lot of energy. I'm making it look a little bit easier than it actually is. Let's come down onto our knees now and give our wrists a little bit of loving. Spread your fingers and practice rocking forward and backwards, leaning the shoulders in front of the wrists enough so that you really feel the fingertips and the forearms working hard to push you back. Let these muscles guide you forward and backwards, because when we do handstands without the wall, or when we do handstand drills with our belly facing the wall, we're really relying on our hands to help us balance, hence hand balancing, right? So grip your fingertips into the floor like a tiger claw. Make sure that your thumbs are tucked in slightly and the other four fingers are really spread out. And just test the waters. How far forward can you really lean? Without injuring your wrists, I'm sure you feel pressure at the joint, but can you also feel muscular support, trying to extend, trying to grip and press? Good. So you can spend a long time on your wrists. You can spend as much as you need to rest, to stretch, because truly, as soon as you injure those bad boys, our practice is done. So please take your time, keep it safe, roll them out. You can stretch your wrists against the wall too, as I'm demonstrating here, bringing your fingertips to point to the floor and your thumbs outward. Also, one of my favorite shoulder stretches with your fingers pointing to the side. Put your hand at shoulder height and then just start to rotate away from your hand, facing your shoulders away from the wall, keeping the knees together, bending down. If your shoulders or chest are sore at all, trust me, you will feel this. If your wrists are still really hurting and you're having a super hard time being able to go on, you can get a wash rag and fold it into, a small square, maybe an inch thick. And what this does is it allows a pad under the heel of the hand where you're probably feeling most of that pressure and that weight dumping. So you can place these pads under the heels of your hands. Make sure that the towels or the platforms or whatever it is that you're using isn't so thick that you don't have the underside of your knuckles on the floor. So once you have this, you can put this under your hands and walk your feet up the wall, and it should already feel a lot nicer. Take one foot up towards the sky, keep the other leg compressing towards your belly and body, reaching towards the wall, and start to calibrate your balance. Allow weight to go into your fingertips, and maybe you can take flight. It feels really, really nice when you feel that sense of buoyancy just lifting off. And this eventually can help us transition to kicking up from the floor without the wall, or continuing to do drills until eventually we can press or hop into our handstand. Thank you guys so much for listening today. Please stay happy. Please stay healthy. Please stay safe practicing this. Like I said, the wrists are super prone to getting tender, so take care of them. And remember that this will not happen in a day if you haven't already been working on handstands and strengthening your upper body and your core. Thank you so much for watching today. Please hashtag Corona Away Yoga Challenge and tag me at BK Aerialist on Instagram so I can track your progress and give